The issue of microplastics and nanoplastics in the human body is actually, sadly, in its infancy. We have 2 publications out in the last couple of months demonstrating that microplastics are in fact found in the human brain. And as Dr. Amin said, and you cited, 0.5% of the body weight, or the brain's weight appears to be composed of microplastics. We need more research to better understand whether these microplastics are in fact associated with harmful conditions, because microplastics are now ubiquitous. So some will argue, well, they're everywhere and everybody's got them and it's just a benign thing. Some will argue that. The most compelling evidence against that is a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine a few months ago now, in which they were doing routine carotid endarterectomies, taking plaque out of people's carotid arteries, just routinely doing that for clinical care. And then they analyzed those plaques for microplastics. 58% of the people had detectable microplastics in the plaques. So they compared this 58% group who had microplastics to the ones who didn't, followed them for 3 years, just 3 years. And the ones who had microplastics had 4 times the mortality. There is strong reason to believe, based on animal data and based on cell biology data, that microplastics are in fact toxic to the human body, to mitochondrial function, to hormone dysregulation, and all sorts of things. There are lots of reasons to believe that. But the scientists will say we need more research, we need to better understand whether these microplastics really are associated with higher rates of disease. I think people are terrified of the answer. People are terrified of the answer. And if you think about everything that you consume and how much of it is not wrapped in plastic, all of those industries are going to oppose research. They are going to oppose research funding to figure this out ASAP, because that will be a monumental change to not just the food industry, but our entire economy. Imagining just cleaning up the oceans and trying to get this plastic, and then more importantly, trying to figure out how are we going to detox humans? How are we going to deplasticize human beings? How are we going to get these things out? It is an enormous problem, but the reality is putting our heads in the sand is not going to help. And I am really hopeful that by raising issues and letting people know about this health crisis, that maybe we will get answers quickly.